Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is a little dark this morning, guys. It's Saturday, October 26th, 2019. I'm going to do a quick energy check-in before I go to work for the Twin Flames today. Okay, yeah, this is interesting. Alright, so first card out today is Pisces. Which I do kind of find interesting. It's almost like a return to spirituality happening here, and which is good. I know yesterday there was kind of this energy of being kind of in one's head about, situations that, the twins are in and that sort of thing. Kind of feeling pulled in two different directions, but today it's almost like more of a go with the flow attitude. I feel this was definitely for both twins here. It's almost like just kind of got enough of fighting whatever it was the twins were fighting here at this point, and then kind of just going with it, which is good. So it's like Divine Feminine has, for the most part, I wouldn't say fully surrendered, but at least at this point, just kind of, letting things take their course and trying to release control of that, right? Release control of the situation and work on whatever it is she's working on. Divine Masculine, it's almost like Divine Masculine is just kind of in this, I would say, kind of like a daydreamy kind of headspace today, almost like don't really feel like dealing with everyday life. I would say daydreaming, probably listening to music, watching movies, that sort of thing, trying to get their minds off of things. Which, is a good respite for the things that probably have been happening with Divine Masculine right now. I would definitely say 5D communication, dreams, telepathies, that sort of thing, very heightened today. Keep in mind we do have a new moon in Scorpio coming up, which is watery in itself, right? Even though, I think it's funny, and I've talked about this with other people, but Wicked Virgo mentioned that Scorpio should be a fire sign, and I absolutely agree. I don't understand why Scorpio is a water sign at all. So yeah, Venus is back here. We actually have some repeat cards today from yesterday, which is interesting. So yeah, I definitely feel that, believe it or not, I feel heart chakra definitely opening up, especially for Divine Masculine. But it's like the more the heart chakra opens, the more triggers there are, because it's like it's more that's coming to the surface that needs to be healed here. And there's a lot of heartache, just in general in the collective, but specifically with Divine Masculine collective. Mainly because, again, most of them really don't know how to deal with this stuff. So it's like they keep it inside, they don't purge it. And then when it does come out, it's like an explosion, usually of anger, frustration, leaving people around them like, what the heck just happened? Like, what triggered that, right? So feeling the pull pretty strong today, I definitely feel. And so Divine Feminine, might want to, I'm just suggesting possibly a heart chakra hit today if you're doing clearings and that sort of thing. Jupiter 1111 has, she does free chakra clearings on her playlist, which I always link in my description box, guys. So I definitely would take advantage of that. Might help, bring whatever needs to come to the surface for you as well, that might be sitting, in there that you may have either repressed or forgotten, or were like, no, I'm just going to come back to that later, or are afraid to purge. Okay, so Gemini is back again. So again, the twins, the connection itself, actually, believe it or not, very, very strong here. I do believe a lot of these connections are, in fact, gaining momentum. They're growing. It may not seem like it right now, especially if you're in this hot and cold energy. If you're not in communication, or, if Divine Masculine has pulled away, or if you've disconnected, that sort of thing, the pull itself is still there. It's like the twins are just taking a time out, both of them at this point, and that's okay. Sorry, wow, hiccup. That's okay. I have not drunk this morning. I promise. I am not drunk. So anyway, so feeling kind of like, you know, the twins are pulling away just a little bit, but at the same time, they're still connected here. And I like this depiction here because it's almost like a connection in the astral here. Like the way that it kind of looks here, you know, and then the cord kind of comes out and they're connected. Even though it goes all the way to the arm, it almost looks like they're connected here at the core, which I find interesting. So I really like that, that card. But anyway, so Uranus is back as well. So yeah, at this point, again, a lot of twins just kind of taking a step back, just going with the flow. Not feeling rushed, not feeling pressured, which is really good. Especially for Divine Feminine, because for the longest time, Divine Feminine was just in this impatient energy. But I don't feel that today at all. Just very go with the flow, understanding a little bit more about herself, about her journey, and about what she needs to do, and just kind of taking things one step at a time, and that's really good, you know? Living in the moment, living in the now, dealing with stuff now, not worrying about the past, not really worrying about the future, but laying the groundwork for the future in the now, right? And that's good. And I do feel some Divine Masculines are actually doing that. They may not realize that they're doing that. They're kind of taking things step by step, and they're going, you know, day by day, laying down that groundwork for the future of their connections and whatever it is they're dealing with in their life. So I do feel also some root chakra issues here today, so you might want to get a hit on, you know, on the root chakra today, if you think about it. So, but yeah, I mean, it's like still feeling like, I wouldn't say stuck necessarily. It's more like an evaluation of where the twins are stuck today. It's like twins are actually taking some time out and trying to figure out how to move out of this space instead of feeling stuck. It's like, I mean, you feel it, but it's not like, oh no, I'm stuck, I can't move. It's more of a like, okay, well, I'm in this situation. I don't like this situation. It needs to end. It's going to end. What do I need to do next? But at the same time, it's kind of like just taking it day by day and not feeling super stuck. So it's almost a transfer of this energy of, oh no, I'm stuck, I can't move, so I'm not going to move. It's more of a, okay, well, I'm in a situation I don't want to be in. I'm going to at least, you know, put this seed, plant this seed here and see what happens. And then, you know, once I see this, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go this way. So it's like planting seeds and then seeing which way to go, which, I mean, you can do that obviously by talking to your spirit team and getting guidance that way and that sort of thing. So I feel like everybody's kind of doing it differently, but that's really good. Going with the flow is always good. Well, usually. Of course, I could say that. I'm a Pisces. So Divine Masculine. Boom. Forefront of Divine Masculine's mind today is the connection, which makes sense, which makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, because we've got, look, the first three cards we had today, Pisces, Venus, and then Gemini, right? So surrender, love, connection, right? So that makes a whole lot of sense, okay? So, but you know, this is definitely, I think, the energy from the connection has been consistent as far as this being, it's like this is Divine Masculine's happy place here, you know, escape from all the turmoil and the darkness and the fear and the doubt, right? It's the 5D aspect of the connection. But a lot of them are, believe it or not, manifesting the 3D aspect of the connection, you know. Divine's coming in and being like, yeah, here's what you need to do. This is the end goal for you, right? Is union. Now, that could be inner union, you know, union with your twin. If you haven't met your twin, you know, obviously there's that whole 5D aspect, that sort of thing. But if you've met your twin, if you're in the 3D, you've actually met your twin, you know, it's like they're manifesting it in the 3D. And I do feel, you know, a lot of them, and we talked about this yesterday, how they want to kind of come forward. They're just not, most of them are just kind of unsure about it, you know, but they do want to come forward. They want to offer something. It might be small, at least they might think you think it's small, right? They're going to think that you think it's not good enough because they have their own self-worth issues that they're dealing with, right? But it's like they really want to come forward and offer this, you know, and it's like they feel, Divine Feminine's, you know, again, always leads, right? But she's been kind of doing her thing, and it is daunting, honestly. I mean, if you think about it, it's like she's leaving me behind. You know, I've been stuck in this energy for a long time. She's doing the work. She's doing a great job. You know, she's doing her thing. Is she really going to accept this, whatever this is? Right? So, I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. I guess it makes sense as to why they would feel that way, but at the same time, Divine Feminine's like, hello? You know. So in the meantime, Divine Masculine, again, is going into hermit mode, which makes sense, you know, the whole go with the flow kind of attitude, going within, trying to figure out what the next move is, possibly asking his spirit team. Now some Divine Masculines, you know, going through these awakenings, they're understanding that they have this inner guidance. They have this spirit team that they can reach out to when they need help. And some of them are actually taking advantage of that. It's like they're using their third eye. They're opening, their crown chakra's opening up. They're getting those downloads. They're getting those messages. They're getting the signs. Things leading them in the right direction where they didn't realize this is what was happening before. But now it's like they're starting to recognize when they ask for a sign or they ask for help, they get it. And it usually comes in a way they don't expect, but then they're like, oh my God, I asked for that to happen, right? So they're learning how to ask for help. They're learning, like how to manifest, really, right? And a lot of it has to do with this, you know, they've been in a state of heartbreak. They've been in a state of heartache. You know, the situations that they're in are not good. They feel lonely. They don't really understand their truth, right? So it's like they're using this here, which is good. They're going within to figure out how to resolve this, right? So they can come forward with this, okay? Without fear, because a lot of them do have, believe it or not, fear of projection. Okay? Alright, Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Oh, no. Okay. Which one was wanting to come out? Yep. Okay. Alright. Yeah, oh. Well, that's interesting. That was the first one out yesterday. Or, no, it wasn't. It was a Ten of Swords. My bad. This came out a couple days ago. So, Divine Feminine, you know, again, kind of overcoming her own daggers, so to speak. Overcoming her own issues with her truth. You know, she hadn't been... It's like she's been back and forth. She knows her truth, but for some reason this doubt had been creeping in. And it's skipping... Okay. This doubt had been creeping in, right? And she's just like, I don't know what to do with this. You know, facing that darkness. Feeling alone in the darkness. A lot of Divine Feminines feeling very, very alone. Very, very alone. And of course, the Three of Swords here highlighted, right? Feeling heartbroken, feeling doubt, feeling fear. But I feel like Divine Feminine is really overcoming that. Some Divine Feminines still feeling that doubt. They're still feeling that. But it's like they're working on it. It's like they're really working on moving past that ego self, that shadow self that they've been forced to face, right? And some of them, of course, you know, karmic situations, karmic partners, you know, codependency situations, that sort of thing, but really working on building up that foundation so that she can move forward on her own, right? Which is the point, right? It's the point, is that inner union, that inner alignment, learning to fill your own cup, right? And standing in your truth within yourself, right? With the guidance of Source, right? So a lot of divine feminines, I do feel, are actually feeling this, right? You feel that inner alignment. You feel that pull in the solar plexus. You feel that flutter. That's your inner alignment, right? Understanding the decision that needs to be made here. Again, like, and really standing her ground in her decision. Like, looking off in the distance, yes, but has finally turned her back on this situation, whatever this is, if it's a karmic situation and whatnot, and moving forward with what she's building now, right? It no longer seems so elusive. It no longer seems so far away, right? These union energies coming in really, really strong in order to push things forward, right? So, yeah, so I do feel, again, Divine Feminine, a lot of movement here. A lot of movement toward union. Okay? That inner union, especially, which is the important part here. So yeah, again, I'm definitely feeling some root chakra, some heart chakra today. I'm going to work on that, guys, get like a chakra clearing hit. However it is you do that. Alright, let's get some messages. Give me a shooter. Okay, yep. Self-worth. Classic. Or drugs. Alcohol, sex, whatever. A lot of them are still in denial, but some of them aren't. Some of them are coming out of it. Dreams. It may be time to step back, guys. Yeah. Telepathy, 5D communication. Highlighted today. Alright, let's get some messages and advice from the universe. And no, I am not taking that many. Yeah. Okay, wow, got some repeat cards. So yeah, a lot of you are definitely going through like this purging energy, but I don't feel it as heavy as it was last week. It's like purging, but it's not like super, super heavy purging. It's more of a like going back through maybe some old karma or some old lessons that you've already learned and almost repeating those lessons one more time just to make sure you got it. Right? Almost like a repeat lesson, which isn't a bad thing. It's like it's clearing out anything residual that was there, right? So that you can expand spiritually, you can actually ascend spiritually, and of course a lot more coming to light with the repeat of these cycles or the repeat of these lessons. It's almost like, you know, when you finish a course and then you move on to the next level, a lot of times what they'll do at the beginning of the next level is they'll go through what you learned in the first level. Just a recap, so to speak, to make sure that you remember what you learned last time, right? So that you're more prepared for this lesson as it's coming up, right? So definitely need to learn to release control, guys. And I think a lot of Divine Feminines are doing that. They're releasing the expectations. They're learning to, you know, trust their intuition. They're moving forward, and they understand that they are in fact protected. They're being protected by Source. Oh, you can see my computer. Look at that. That's so funny. Okay, sorry. Squirrel. So, you know, understanding that they are being protected, not just by Source, but by their spirit team. And, you know, the universe is pretty much guiding this, you know. So they're understanding that they can release it, and everything is going to be fine, right? And they are blossoming. You guys really are. You know, things are moving forward. You know, you're using your gifts. You know, you're using them to forward your movement. 3-3. Right? And trusting that as you move forward, as you progress, everything is going to fall into place. Right? Alright, guys. Well, sorry for the longish video this morning. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.